What's up, boys? Back on another video here. Pretty much explaining on the build. I get a lot of questions on YouTube or even most of the time on Instagram. This is a 2007 Civic Si. I bought it brand new at back then I was in Goodson Honda in Houston. So figured I'd overgo a mod list, I guess per se. Hopefully that helps clear out some of the questions. To start on the exterior, we'll start from the front. So these are recent um, hybrid retrofit headlights that I just received. It has demon eyes with the sequential flow bar up top. So that's added recent. I get this a lot from people. I've made these myself, the covers. I've done it with ABS plastic. I believe it's 1/16th. So what I did was just cut out the mold with cardboard and then pretty much made them out of carbon fiber. There's plenty of uh, videos on how to make carbon fiber, and that's pretty much all I did. You know, it looks nice for the most part. This is, well, I was going to serve another purpose, making an intake for my turbo. But this is pretty much, I think it's from like the gutter or something like that, like a vent, but it goes right into my intake, which I'll show you here in a little bit. And it serves a purpose, does well. So this is not carbon fiber. I had a real carbon fiber hood, but I think Hurricane Katrina, like a tree fell on my Civic and just busted up the hood. I didn't want to deal with it, so just ended up getting this. These are Jegs 15 by 8 with Mickey Thompson R tires. I haven't put them to a test yet, but hopefully I will. Um, I'm getting some things situated with the car as far as fuel. Oh, and also, people ask, this is an HFP lip. It's OG. It's it's fucked pretty much. I cut it and all. I mean, I've had it for so long. All this is Honda, like OEM Honda, but it's been on the car for I don't know 2012. So it's held up its own. There's also HFP side skirts, original from 2011. I got them 2011. It didn't come with the car. Also, original paint. For the most part, the trunk, the roof, and the fenders, and the hood. The common clear coat issues. So I'm surprised that it held. I mean, most of the time it's in the garage. So you can see I have it wrapped just for that reason. I did make like a plate for what was it? To delete this, and that's why it has all these dimples. But it made too much noise. In the back, I am on. Man, I always forget. These are TEs. No, my bad. Not. Holy shit. Pause. These are Anki TR1, I believe, and has Brembos in the back. So it has dual caliper. Made my own bracket with these. I never made a video for it. I should have, but it took about 5 months to pretty much do. Going around, I'll show the interior in a little bit. This is a Sablon hood I've had, man, many years. You can tell it's yellowed out. The clear coat was terrible on it. I ended up making this, because per se you could say drag wing, um, since it covered most of it. Not because of the clear coat, but the previous owner I bought it from back in the day had like holes for the EX slip, and I've always had like little tabs on it. And when it rained, and even if I put RTV, sometimes water would get in. So I ended up making this thing right here. It's functional, can be adjusted. So that's nice. I did cut my rear bumper just because when it was static, the rear bumper broke with the lip. I ended up just cutting it, and it pretty much played out pretty well for itself. So first of all, Type R door seals like every other Civic does. Type R, what should we call it? Push start. It is functional. You still have to put the key in, but it's a nice touch to it. I like it. Um, I had to make that because Struck Team doesn't make the dead pedals no more. Also, I made this over here. Um, this was just spur of the moment. I did find myself sometimes like shifting. This would slide under me, so I just ended up putting this plate, and it's way better now. It does have a tack. I didn't want to have a big tack, but I got this one, which is a lot nicer. But sometimes it's not most for the most part it's really hard to calibrate. The instructions are not too clear, but we got it done. This is a steering wheel. Well, it's not a Mugen steering wheel. This is a energy steering wheel, and I just wrapped it and got the Mugen button. It looked nice. I've seen some of the old Civics have it, and I couldn't find one, so I ended up just kind of mocking one or making one for the most part. I do have AM gauges, wideband and boost, along with the Mugen tack overlay. Status seats, reclinables with real Takata harnesses, not the fake ones, because you can spot them out. The Cusco, I believe, is A pillar. This is from a RSX, so I pretty much had to like cut and re-weld to make it fit for the Civic. It looks nice. I've never seen another Civic with it, so it's pretty cool. This is probably my favorite part of the car. I bought this for like I think it was 150, and it has CarPlay, all the goodies and stuff. I really appreciate it because I had the Honda one, and I was a little outdated. Along with the was it JDM emergency light button? I can't remember that, but that's right there. Also, the emergency. Well, I want to say emergency. I guess you could say staging brake that I've made with plate, make it look clean. Um, since I do have to do two rear calipers, one service purpose for that, and I still retain my e-brake, so that's a nice touch. Moving on to the back, fire extinguisher. Always gotta have one, and then this is energy um, harness bar in the core sport. Uh, I can't remember what that one was, but that was like discontinued for many years. And then the strut tower bar as well. And then that is from Kenny Power. It was made for the FD2, but I made it fit for the coupe. So it was really hard to do. I didn't want to. I want to do something different. I see many Civics are kind of the same, so I ended up just doing that. It has Starlight as well, or lights or whatever. And then I did everything interior black. So black pillars, dyed the top, painted the sunroof visors, the plastic caps, all that stuff. So it's a nice touch. I like it. It suits the car very well. So now we'll go into the hood. So what everybody wants to see and know right here. This is a K20, K24A bottom, stock bottom with fully SuperTech valve train with stock camshafts. I went with stock just because of reliability of factory cams. One day I'll put cams in it. For now, not too sure what to go with. So if you know or have an idea or personal experience, just leave them down on the comments below what you would suggest. So we'll start from left to right. I made these carbon fiber Kevlar. I used to make carbon fiber back then. Not as good as it used to now because you can see it's not all that straight now, but it does the job. I couldn't have black, I guess you could call it, I don't know, fender liners, or I have no idea, with just this carbon. So your bow tried. So I have the DC5 Creations oil catch can set up. That's going for the top. I do have the DC5 Creations ABS relocator, which is back here, as you can see. That was tough to do because of the. I still had the engine to do with it. My boy Aiden helped me out in it, and it took us about 2 days. So, and also I have the AC relation kit from DC5 Creations. It goes pretty much around the fender here. So this still retains AC. Thank goodness, because I live in Texas. I do have the PLM engine mounts. It's been 6 years. Nothing wrong with it. So it serves its purpose. I think at the time they didn't have a Hasport in stock, so I just went with these, and it served its purpose. You know, motor mount's a motor mount. K-tuned fuel rail with the center gauge. It has 15cc injectors right now. It's going to manifold. I did do the bypass from K-tuned because this is not going to work since the Z3 has those coolant ports. So I had to pretty much add this to it right here. I did drill and tap. That way I make sure that no coolant starts to seep out. Some people just do RTV, but that never works. I always let them know, and they end up pretty much leaking. Here is the NDP valve cover hardware. So this NDP pretty much cover goes to the back as well, but you won't see it. Oil dipstick from them as well. It's going to oil cap. This is the password JDM Kevlar spark plug cover. Let's see, I made all the fuel lines myself from the Evo Energy. I did have Vibrant, but I didn't want to spend that much money, and it serves its purpose and hasn't leaked since forever. So in order to run this manifold, you pretty much have to use a RBC adapter. I think it's a PRB, and then I have the K-tuned dog body as well. It's going to 4-bar map sensor, and this is a Skunk 2 composite velocity stack that I ended up getting. I'm still on math. Made my own turbo piping, and I ended up welding this. This is for the wastegate dump tube. It is on a 62, I believe. Can't remember, but it's it's a big boy. It's hard fit. I don't have wipers, as you can see. Back then, I'm talking about years ago, right? They weren't doing rear mounts on this Civic, so I had to sacrifice my wipers. Plus, I don't drive this car every day. It pretty much stays in the garage. There's a little view right there, just an L, you know, nothing too fancy. This is all 2.5-inch piping. It's on Mac Boost controller, and also goes 2.5 all the way to the front of the intercooler, which is right here. TC5 Creations front intercooler. Shout out to them. Let's go into radiator cap. It's going to certified, I think, since 2012. It is on an HKS blowout valve as well, and a Weldon 2042 with the grams gauge, pretty much. Obviously, it is on Honda Flash Pro, like any other car. You could go Haltech, but not really looking to do that right now. NDP brake master reservoir right here with the clutch line, which is really nice because you don't have to do like both. It bleeds both, which is nice. It has the remote posts for the battery. It runs at the bottom right there, which is the GT5 Creations kit with the charge harness and all that. Passenger GDM fuse box cover with the passenger JDM cooling plates as well. It's going to radiator hoses, front and bottom. Well, top and bottom, my bad. Hybrid racing cables. It's on stock trans. It just has the hardened third gear, fourth gear. I forgot what they're called, but it just has a hardened cryo gears, I believe they're called. 3 and 4 is usually the mostly I use. I don't really go on first or second rolls. I am building a 5-speed for this, so that's pretty much for next year's project. It made 550 on a Mustang dyno, but we stopped, and that was at 18 pounds. So pretty much we had more room, but like I said, I was having fuel issues. My harness kept pretty much melting for the most part, so I got that fixed. So hopefully we can make some jam soon. So I've been on D2 coilovers, I guess we'll go over suspension, for since 2014, right? Love them. They're great when you're low and static, whatnot, but they're not that great for high horsepower. I tend to weave at like 110. Um, so I ordered the Skone 2 Pro ST with, I believe they're 10K springs or 12K front and rear. I'm not too sure. It should be coming in today. So I'll also be making a video on that soon. It's on D2 coilovers with iBox front and rear sway bars. Yeah, I think they're 28 millimeter. I'm not too sure. And I think that's it for the front. I did have the transmission plate weld. It's like a bracket that welds onto the subframe that attaches to your trans. So that's a nice little. Oh, also have the solid front bushings for the lower control arm as well. I think that's it for the front. And for the rear, I have the it's going to rear camber arms. This car does have the full energy suspension bushings as well. The whole master kit from the front and rear, except the solid bushings that are replaced in the front. So for the most part, just to get a little bit of fuel, I am on a 550 Hellcat fuel pump, and pretty much made my own bulkhead, connectors. It's on I believe, 8 a.m. feed. No, yeah, 8 a.m. feed and a return as well. So it's my OCD. I couldn't just do 8 and 6. I had to be 8 and 8. I want to make a quick video on the pretty much on the mod list. This has potential for 650, which is cool and all, but everyone knows on a Honda it's gonna spin. Traction is gonna be an issue. So I like to tend to keep it around 600 and then up it if need be, depending on the situation. So I really appreciate you guys watching the video. If you made it this far, I will be slowly making parts for this car. I have a couple of projects lined up, making a tubular subframe for most of all for all-wheel drive. That way I don't have to like hack our own subframes. We've been working on that. Not sure if I want to do rear brackets for the rear Brembos on this Civic, which will apply 4 doors as well. I do customize and fabricate stuff on my own time, especially some parts that are discontinued or you can't get no more. But yeah, so this has pretty much been the mod list and build, and I could go over prices now, but it's going to be astronomical. So I don't want to get to that point because it will be pretty much a long video. And so yeah, hope you enjoyed watching this video. I will be making more content. I just haven't really put it all together. I've been busy. I have pretty much this car. And let's see. So I have my truck. It's super bright. It's kind of like drizzling. And also I have a LS400. And also another car. I'm not going to say just yet. But thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.